Hello, I welcome you all once again. I'm back again. It's me, Silence, who's going to teach you some mathematics right now, right here. So, as you can see, there are questions behind me which we need to solve them, okay? So, this is simply mathematics, and from the basis of understanding, we know what mathematics is, okay? So, I won't waste much of time. I'll go straight to the questions, okay? The first question is saying simplify. What does it mean when they say simplify? Make it simple as possible. So they are requiring you to simplify it, make it simple. That's what all they want. You just make it simple, okay? Let's look at the solutions because this is the simplest question, as the question says simplify, okay? Let's look at the solutions. For the first one, it is saying simplify. Let's simplify it. It is saying 4 open brackets x plus 2 minus open bracket 3x minus 8y. This is y. Okay, they want us to simplify this question. Let's make it simple because this one is in complex form. Now they want us to make it simple. Now remember that these are brackets, which means you have to multiply. It stands for multiplication. So distribute this 4 to all of these. This 4 should multiply this, and again this one. So you distribute the 4. So 4 times x, you just combine. This is algebra. Numbers are represented by letters. So this letter x is representing a number. Okay, so we just combine it with this 4. There is multiplication here. So 4 multiplied by 2, we have 8. This negative, this means that there is -1, and this negative will distribute everything here. This negative won't only multiply this, but it will also multiply this 8y here. Okay, so negative times positive. This 3, it is a positive number. So negative times positive, that is negative. 1 times 3x, that is 3x. Negative times negative, we have a positive. 1 multiplied by 8y, we have 8y. Then now, like terms can be added or subtracted. Which like terms? Okay, we have the numbers which are containing x and which are containing y. So we have to multiply them. Those that contain x and those that contain y, and those that do not contain y. Okay, so we are going to add the like numbers. Okay, this 4x, we'll connect it with this 3y, okay, minus, okay, this 4x minus 3x, and those that contain y. Which one contains y? It is 8, okay, plus 8y. This 8y contains the y, this variable, okay, okay, the coefficient is x, and this one which is only independent, which is 8 plus 8 here. You add them. What is 3x minus x? It's like you have 4 x's, you remove 3. How many are you going to remain with? It is only 1x, okay, plus 8y plus 8. This is simple. Now you've simplified this one, hence simplified. So that's how you can say your answer, hence simplified. You've simplified this expression here. So you make it as simple as possible, okay? We go to the second one. It is saying evaluate. What does it mean when they say evaluate? What is the meaning of the word evaluate? That means that they are asking you to come up with a number, which is okay, any number after solving, you come up with a number. That means you've evaluated it. Okay, so we go to the second one. We have to evaluate 27 to the power, this is the power 2 over 3. That is the power. Then this question is coming from indices. Okay, having understood the topic, you answered such a question, and the answer will be based on the power, which is the denominator power here. If you understand the denominator power here, for example, it is 3. That means you can also make this one to match the power which is here. Okay, so 27, you have 27, okay, numbers that can go into 27, okay. You start with 1, of course. 1 can go into 27. It will bring the 27 itself. 2 you leave the remainder. So you write this one in positive index power, in its index power 27. So you start with the 2. 2 can go there. No, you start with the 3. Okay, 3 can go there. How many? 3 into 27? You find that it will go into this 9. Okay, 9 times. Okay, 3 again can go into 9. How many times? 3. Again 3 can go into 3. 1. So this you just count is 1, 2, 3. So it's 3 to the power 3, which is equal to 27. So this 27 is same as this one, 3 to the power 3. Okay, so that's the same. 27 is same as 3 to the power 3. So we'll replace this 27 by 3 to the power 3, open brackets, because these power are multiplying here, 2 over 3. Here it's like the powers will multiply. The powers will multiply themselves, and this number will multiply with the number which is in front here, which is 1, although we are just ignoring it. Okay, so our answer will be equal to, so that is 3. Now we multiply the powers. It's 3 multiplied by 2 over 3. It's 3 multiplied by 2 over 3. So the 3 will cancel. When you are multiplying, this will cancel, this will cancel. So it's 1 times 2, which is 2 over 1, which is equal to 2. Or if you want, you can just go direct. 3 times 2, 6. 6 divided by 3. You still have 2. Okay, so this is to the power 2. Okay, therefore our answer. Now, what is 3 to the power 2? This doesn't mean that 3 times 2. No, this means that 3 times 3. That's what this means. 3 times 3. 4 to the power 4 doesn't mean 4 times 4. It is 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. So hence our answer is equal to 9, because 3 times 3, it is 9. That's our answer. Very simple. So this is the number they were asking us to evaluate. If we evaluate this, you get the answer this one. So that's the meaning of evaluation. Let's go to the third one. The third question is saying factorize. What does it mean when they say factorize? To factorize is to get a common factor which is in the expression. Okay, you factorize it, you make it simple so that everyone can understand it, that you can able to redistribute again. It will give you the original expression. So when we factorize, when we distribute again, it will bring us to the original function expression, which is this one, which is 5x squared minus 5. You factorize. First of all, when you are factorizing, you look for the common term. What is the common term? It's either the numbers or the letters which are represented, which represents numbers, these variables. Okay, after looking after identifying which one is common, you just fact it out. Okay, you bring it outside. Like for example, here we have 5 which is common in these two. The expression could have 25. You look for the numbers that can go into this number and this number. 1 can go into this number, so 1 is not a factor of this, because 1 when divided by this, those are properties of 1. Any number divided by 1 is the number itself, properties of 1. Okay, so this one has a 5 as a common. Okay, 5 as a common factor. You come to the variables. X is not common in these two expressions, so you go for since there is no x, so that means this is the only common term which is on this side and this side. Suppose this is A, this is B. So on A we have only 5, B we have only 5 only. Okay, so what is remaining when we remove B, when we divide this? So 5 into 5 divided by 5, that is 1, and it's 1x. Now to show them that you know mathematics, you don't include the 1 here. That will show that you don't know mathematics. So show them that you know mathematics by ignoring the 1, okay, in front of this x squared. So you have x squared here. You come to this. So it is b divided by 5. So 5 into 5 is 1. This negative will take its sign here. Okay, negative 1. Close brackets. You factorized it. Okay, now if you look at this expression, this one, we can also factorize it again. Here they have omitted the word completely, but to show them that we know mathematics, we have to factorize it again so that we complete it, because this one is not complete. So we have to complete it. So 5, you introduce now the square brackets. You are going now into another level now. So you factorize what is here. Here the principle we use is difference of two squares. Now what does it state? Okay, it states that if you subtract a and b, open bracket, and when you multiply them is x plus b. Here the sign is only the sign that changes here, this side. So this one we can write it as 1 to the power 2. Properties of 1. We've talked about properties of 1. 1 squared by any number is 1. If you want to try 1 to the power 0.0005, you get the answer 1 if you have a calculator. 1 to the power negative 1000, you get 1. So those are the properties of 1. Introduce the square brackets. So you have, okay, I'll take it to this side. So 5, difference of two squares. So you just say this x minus this one, because there is difference of two squares. The numbers have two squares. Each one has a square. Even this one has a square. So it is the difference of two squares. Difference, you subtract and you add. So we have 1x minus 1, x minus 1, and again the difference of x plus 1 and x plus 1. X plus 1, those brackets. So hence we factorized this completely. This is a factorized expression. From the definition you can just say, if we distribute this, you get to the original function. So that's what it means to factorize. So you get to the original function. If you redistribute it, this times this times this, you get to the final answer. So that's how you go about this. These questions, they are very simple. Just practice them, and it's easy, simple, very simple. So I'll leave you here. That's where I'll end. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.